Welcome to this special edition of Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Rachel Bain. In this week's broadcast, youth bring communion to action at Global Youth Day. This story and more on this week's Adventist News. Across the South Bahamas Conference, hundreds of young people participated in Global Youth Day 2026 on March 21st, guided by the theme Communion in Action. The initiative, which was designed to move the church beyond its physical walls, allows young people to transform the message of the gospel into tangible acts of service. From Sabbath morning to the final afternoon rally, the youth demonstrated that the true purpose of communion leads to community engagement. Across New Providence and the Family Island, Adventist youth stepped away from their church pews to engage directly with their neighborhood. On the island of New Providence, the churches spent the day involved in spirit-led community transformation. The Grandstown Church hosted a free health fair. Led by the local church's youth leader, Toria Murray, volunteers provided free health screenings to nearly 100 residents.
Today, the youth of Grandstown have been conducting a community health fair on Christie Park. We've been teaching the people about how to take care of their health, giving health tips, and giving away healthy snacks.
According to Murray, the goal wasn't just a one-day impact, but a long-term invitation to the church.
We're also hoping that this could be an open door for persons to come and continue to visit us throughout the year. So we're glad to be able to minister for Global Youth Day 2026.
The Johnson Park congregation, also known as the Church with the Personal Touch, took their outreach to Goodman's Bay Beach, mobilizing their youth in 4 groups to spread their impact from the beach side to the streets.
We are Johnson Park Church, the Church with the Personal Touch, and what we prepared for our community today is we are dispersed in 4 groups. We have groups that took the beach side, groups that took the roadside, and groups that took the park. And we're about to give away these beautiful care bags with water because, you know, Christ is the living water. We drink from the well that never runs dry. And our water says, God bless. We have our fruits, food for the soul, food for the spirit, food for our bodies. The food for our spirit is actually these little cards. These are the cards with the Bible verses on them. Each bag has different Bible verses. And this one says, be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid. Don't be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And with this, what we did is before we left our church this morning, we gave each member of our church a card. It's blank, and they wrote a very personalized message to share with our community. So even if they did not have a chance to get out here and walk, their message left them and it hit somebody in the community. So this is Johnson Park, the Church with the Personal Touch, and our touch is on the hearts of these people because God is the light and we're going to shine throughout our community.
The members of New Providence Church decided to show love through planned home visitations to their at-home members who are currently unable to attend church. Michelle Green has more on this.
The children and youth departments of New Providence Church separated into groups to conduct in-reach to their church family members. It was a time of fellowship and worship as the groups visited the homes of the Higgs, the Reeds, the Poitiers, and the Stewarts. They sung songs of praise, shared testimonies, and gathered around their Bibles, diving into stories of people who trusted God even when it wasn't easy. The young ambassadors also presented care packages to the families. A team also visited the Elizabeth Estates Children's Home, delivering a food donation and church Sabbath school quarterlies for the residents to enjoy. The New Providence contingent completed their Global Youth Day activities by heading out into the surrounding community around the church, distributing fruits and literature, and offering prayers to the residents. I'm Michelle Green, ATV News.
In the Western District, members of the Bethany Church reached their community members through handcrafted care packages. Let's look at how the church where resurrection takes place demonstrate communion in action.
On Global Youth Day, the Bethany Youth Department didn't just talk about love, they lived it. This year's theme, Communion in Action, came alive as the entire church family stepped into the Sea Beach Delaport community. There was, of course, a buzz of excitement as hands packed bags with water, warm soup, rolls, and thoughtful evangelistic materials. Special care went into the children's bags, too, where each were filled with coloring pages that shared one simple message that Jesus loves you. Then everyone was assigned to different streets where small groups walked side by side, knocking on doors, greeting strangers like friends, and where conversations started easily and prayers were offered right on doorsteps. It wasn't just about giving food, it was about giving time, giving care, but most of all, giving the message about Jesus. As all the bags were distributed, everyone made their way back to the beach, where one by one, stories poured out about moments that touched hearts. And then, standing together with the ocean as their backdrop, they closed with prayer and lifted their voices in side by side. I'm Kenesha Sims, ATV News.
On Andros Island, the Low Sound youth took to the streets to share God's love and baked goods.
The Low Sound Seventh-day Adventist Church Youth Ministries Department had a powerful and impactful week of activities in celebration of Global Youth Day. They opened with a fully youth-led Sabbath service where young people took charge of the worship experience, demonstrating their gifts and commitment to ministry. In the afternoon, the youth shifted their focus into the community. They prepared baked goods and carefully packed each item before setting out to share them with missing members, friends, and residents. The young people took time to sit in homes and surrounded individuals and families with genuine care and prayer. The spirit of engagement and service doesn't end here. Activities are set to continue throughout the week, with a variety of uplifting events planned, as the youth remain committed to making a positive impact in their church and community. This is Parisha Ferguson, ATV News.
Other youth groups from the churches in the South Bahamas Conference conducted community cleanups, worship services in the park, and distributed the missionary books of the year to neighbors. Global Youth Day culminated in a massive youth rally at Bahamas Academy on Marshall Road. The Bahamas Academy praise team led the congregation in a spirit worship session, which was followed by testimonies given by youth representatives who shared their outreach activities in their community. The charge was delivered by Conference Youth Director Pastor Manasseh Sims, who reminded those present of the importance of communion.
Communion is not about being perfect. It's about connection. Communion is not something that we take. Communion is about someone we remember. Communion is where you say, Jesus, through your participation, it's where you say, Jesus, I'm coming back. I know I've wandered and I know that I've struggled, but I am coming back because I surrender to you.
The rally concluded with a special communion service conducted by Pastor Sims. The Global Youth Day initiative successfully highlighted the faith of the young people in the South Bahamas Conference as they continue to be the sermon in their communities. When we return, we'll have more on what's coming up in the South Bahamas Conference.
Imagine a place where faith meets purpose, where leaders, entrepreneurs, and mission-driven professionals gather with one vision: to serve God through their gifts and industries. This year, the ASI Inter-American Division invites you to the annual convention 2026 under the powerful theme, Living in Purpose. From August 12th to 15th, join us at the beautiful Barcelo Resort in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, a breathtaking setting designed for inspiration, connection, and renewal. Experience inspiring messages from spiritual leaders. Engage in relevant seminars and practical workshops. Build meaningful networking connections. Explore dynamic exhibits. And enjoy a world-class, all-inclusive experience. This is more than a convention. It is a movement of lay members committed to advancing God's work in every sphere of influence. Come ready to grow, Come ready to connect. Come ready to live in purpose. Register today at asi.interamerica.org. ASI Inter-American Division Annual Convention 2026. We'll see you in Punta Cana.
Welcome back to our Adventist News. And coming up in the South Bahamas Conference, the Ebenezer Church will continue its evangelistic series until April 4th. The series are held Sunday to Friday from 6:45 p.m. to 9 p.m. and on Sabbath from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. All are invited to attend. Grantstown Church invites all to the upcoming series, The King is Coming, featuring guest speaker Pastor Ricardo Macala. The series will be held from March 29th to April 18th, 2026, from Sunday to Friday at 7 p.m. and Sabbath mornings at 9 a.m., with off nights Thursdays and Saturday evenings. Come and prepare your hearts for messages of hope and the promise of Christ's return. The Children and Adolescents Ministry's CHAM department is introducing CHAMversations for children ages 11 to 14. The outdoor experience will be launched March 29th, 2026 at 5 p.m. at the National Art Gallery grounds and will be held once a month to create spaces for conversation on the Bible and real-life challenges. All CHAM leaders are invited to a special training on planning an effective children's ministry program on April 18th, 2026. The session will be held on Zoom from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. The Health Ministry Department of Berea Seventh-day Adventist Church invites you to its 4-day wellness and rejuvenation retreat taking place May 22nd to the 25th, 2026 at the Adventure Learning Center in Nassau, Bahamas. Come and experience practical health education, rejuvenating treatments, and spiritual renewal in a peaceful and supportive environment. For more information, contact 828-6387. The Men's Ministry Emphasis Day will be held on May 30th under the theme Eyes on the Mission. Men across the South Bahamas Conference are invited to prepare for this special day of worship, commitment, and mission. The ASI Bahamas chapter is inviting all to the 2026 IAD ASI Convention in the Dominican Republic from August 12th to the 19th, 2026. For more information, contact 556-0492 or 428-4251. Feel free to visit the South Bahamas Conference website at southbahamasconference.org. To receive more information on all our upcoming conference events, there you can also view a rebroadcast of our Adventist News Update along with other local programming from our cable channel ATV 658 and read the weekly logos and the Adventist page from the Nassau Guardian.
Cervical cancer is a serious but preventable disease, and being proactive can save lives. Cervical cancer develops in the cells of the cervix and is usually due to persistent infection with certain types of the human papillomavirus or HPV. This is very common, but regular screenings is one of the best tools to catch issues early or prevent problems entirely. So, get routine pap smears as your doctor recommends. Consider receiving the HPV vaccine, which helps prevent the strains most often linked to cervical cancer. Practice safe sex, which reduces the risk of HPV infection. And avoid smoking, as it can weaken the immune system. Cervical cancer often goes unnoticed until it causes symptoms like abnormal bleeding, pain, or discomfort, which then makes treatment more complicated and the outcomes less favorable. Ignoring care can cause these issues to progress into a more serious disease, which can require surgery, chemotherapy, or radiation. Staying on top of your cervical health is a lifelong commitment. Early detection and prevention are powerful tools that can save lives and give peace of mind. This has been Kenesha Sims with your health tip courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network with our news feature from around the world.
The Reset. Women's Retreat in northern New South Wales has turned spiritual renewal into practical support for vulnerable children in Cambodia. Organized by the Women's Ministries Department of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in northern New South Wales, the retreat raised around $20,000 for the Night Care for Little Ones program, an Asian aid initiative providing nighttime care for children living in prostitution areas. Funds were collected through offerings, food sales, and an art auction featuring pieces donated by female artists.
Well, that's it for our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. To share what is happening at your church, please email your news stories and upcoming events to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news, along with our programming, and to keep in touch with what's happening at our conference, visit our website at southbahamasconference.org. The SBC Media Network's Facebook and Instagram pages are filled with lots of material from the Communications Department, so you would want to check those out. And remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share. You can watch and listen to our programs from our radio station, Word SBC 88.3 FM, and our Adventist television channel, ATV 658. Get updates, insights, and first-hand information from the SBC Media Network as it happens. The programming from ATV 658 can also be viewed on the South Bahamas Conference YouTube channel. So, feel free to watch a recap of our Adventist news. On behalf of our production team, it was our pleasure to bring you tonight's news update. I'm Rachel Bain. For the SBC Media Network, have a happy Sabbath.